Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Respected faculty, esteemed parents, and my beloved batch of 2026, I didn't really think we'd make it. Between the political turmoil in our freshman year, and then the Indo-Pak war in our junior year, and then the Iran-US war in our senior year, God forbid, we all must be ready for something to go south. But through these wars, smog shutdowns, and protests, by hook, or by some would say, ChatGPT-shaped crook, we all made it. And with the grace of Allah, I stand here before you today as one of the valedictorians for the graduating class of 2026. When I first got the email informing me to prepare my speech, I'll be honest, I was excited, but I was terrified. Because how could I possibly represent the thousands of stories of the students that make up LUMS? It felt like the moment might be too large for me. It's not the first time I felt that fear. 4 years ago, when I walked into my first class, I felt that same fear. It felt like that moment also would be a little too big for me. Luckily enough, and alhamdulillah, my journey at LUMS has been one full of big moments and of countless doubts of being a man who could rise to the occasion. But I didn't have to face them alone. That's the great thing about LUMS. It has never let me face anything alone. जब मैंने पहली बार LUMS का गेट पार किया, मेरे कदम जो थे ना, वो अकेले नहीं थे. मेरे साथ थे मेरे प्यारे अब्बू, मोहम्मद अशरफ, जिनका नाम मैं फख्र से लेकर चलता हूँ, और मेरी प्यारी सी अम्मी, यास्मीन कौसर, जिनकी तरबियत का आईना बनकर मैं आज आपके सामने यहाँ मौजूद हूँ. मुझे लगता था कि वो सिर्फ मुझे छोड़ने आए हैं, बट ये नहीं था. उन्होंने कुछ और भी किया. उन्होंने अपने घर का सुकून, अपनी रातों का चैन और अपना प्यारा सा छोटा बेटा LUMS की झोली में डाल दिया. ये सिर्फ एक मोहब्बत नहीं थी, ये वो एक बेमिसाल कुर्बानी थी जिसको शायद आज मैं लफ्ज़ों से भी बयान नहीं कर सकता. मामा, मैं माफ़ी मांगता हूँ कि इन 4 सालों में जब आप अकेली थीं तो मैं यहाँ था. आपकी कमी हर रात महसूस होती थी और फिर भी आपकी दुआओं का साथ कभी नहीं गया. पापा, अगर आपकी थकन भरी शामें ना होती, आपका खामोशी से सहना ना होता, तो शायद ये ख्वाब ही रह जाते. आप खुद ज़मीन पर खड़े रहे. आप खुद ज़मीन पर खड़े रहे और मुझे आसमान ला दिया. मेरी बस एक ही ख्वाहिश है कि आज आप मुझे यहाँ पे देखें तो आपको एक लगे कि आपकी कुर्बानियों का ना कोई मकसद था, कि आपके बेटे ने उन्हें रायगाह नहीं किया, कि शायद आपको मुझ पे फ़ख्र हो. बस यही ख्वाहिश है मेरी. आज जो भी हूँ सिर्फ आप दोनों की वजह से हूँ. मामा, बाबा, आई लव यू बोथ. Roshan and Aruma, to my siblings who walked so I could run, thank you so much. You mean the world to me. Their sacrifice taught me something I want you all to know. Nothing we achieve is truly ours alone. And I want to be honest about that because I think it matters. I fully recognize that many of you have made much greater sacrifices than I am. In fact, most of you, all of you are more talented than me. From SSE having its own Rhodes Scholar to winning at Harvard, you all have positively shaped how I view life. So while I am your representative today, this is not just my achievement. It is all of yours as well. So when LUMS gave back, I tried to receive it in the right way. Seniors like Taha Chima and Zara Nadeem, who mentored me and provided me invaluable advice during my undergrad years. My phenomenal faculty within SSE, Dr. Tahir and Dr. Murtaza, who showed me that learning is a continuous process. And believe it or not, I'd like to shine a light on another Muhammad Tahir, our favorite uncle from Juice Zone, whose 9-piece nuggets sustained me in the most difficult times of my undergraduate career. And then, there are my friends. वैसे तो all of you are my friends. These were the people who let me be myself in the truest, weirdest, most ping-pong way of who I am. I knew with certainty that when the weight of the world felt too heavy, there was always respite in Junaid's room. There was always someone in the group chat willing to do a bunker run. And if not for all of that, there was always a 40-minute long argument waiting about what to order for dinner. It is these exact same friends that spend weeks asking you all to vote for me and allowed me to represent you all in the student council. Thank you guys for choosing me to be your friend, and I will not trade you all for the world. And I'll be honest, the sacrifices of my parents, the guidance of my seniors, the support of my friends, all of it made me feel like I owed you my best. But your best isn't always clean. Sometimes it means sitting alone with a decision that you're unsure about, not knowing if you're right, but still making it anyway. I don't know if every choice that I've made was correct, but more than any specific outcome, I don't regret having believed in something enough to chase after it. That discomfort, not knowing if my choices were right, but making them anyway, is the last thing I want to leave you with. It is easy to critique those who stick their neck out, and it is in fact maybe vital to critique those of the efforts that they made around you. Without critique, there is no growth, there is no reflection. But it is not enough to sit in judgment of others. You have to put yourself in the arena. We must reject passivity and believe in something enough to pursue it like madmen and madwomen. We have to be step takers. We'll stumble, we'll fall, maybe people will laugh, but every step forward is a step in the right direction. Finally, to everyone who has ever shared a coca table or a cricket ground bench together, to everyone who has sat next to each other in a class that they did not like, to everyone who made Ramzan feel like home, and to everyone who helped provide this campus the life and energy that we will all so dearly miss, thank you. Our life here at LUMS would not have been complete without each and every one of you. Wherever you all go, carry not just your CGPA, not just your degree, carry the version of yourself that stayed up late for a friend, that chose honesty when it was hard, and who found peace in this strange, beautiful place. The batch of 2026 is a tapestry, and I'm honored to be a thread in it. Before I conclude this speech, I'd like to take a moment to honor our batchmate, Musa Pirzada, who passed away tragically. While he may not be sitting alongside us, he was and is a cherished member of our community who we will all dearly miss. In the future, no matter how heavy it gets, know that you are not alone. LUMS is home, and home does not stop being home the moment you walk out of these gates. घर वो होता है जो दिल में रहता है. LUMS, तू हमारा घर है, हमेशा रहेगा. वक्त के साथ शायद सब कुछ बदल जाएगा, पर तेरी यादें हमारी सांसों में घुल जाएगा. Thank you, LUMS. Thank you, class of 2026. It's been an honor to grow with you, and I can't wait to see what's next. Love you all. Thank you.